Alright guys, so in this episode, we're starting out with our first Let's Play. What we've got going on here, we've got a couple of mods loaded up. Pull those up right quick. There you go, you can have a look at those. We've got the colorful icons, conveyor hinges, drills plus, gravel sifter, HUD colors, LCD signs pack, stackable wind turbines, some more pistons, ore detector plus, small hydrogen tanks from the new public test that's going on currently, rotary airlock, welders plus, paint gun, more realistic. I like to be able to paint my stuff a little later on without having to do a rebuild. We're going to also be using the nanobot build and repair system and drill and fill system. That's kind of new to me. I haven't really played with this a whole lot. We're going to check those out together. We've also just kind of increased our inventory size and our welding speeds and efficiency a little bit, just because I don't want you guys having to sit around and watch all the boring stuff. We'll probably also skip through a lot of that stuff as we go along. All the grinding out things we're going to usually try to skip through a little bit, or at least speed through. But let's get started. So what we're going to pick here, once we get into the game, is we're going to do a Earth-like drop ship, and that's going to allow us to have the most basic of setup. It's going to give us easy difficulty because I'm a noob at this game. It's going to give us 90% oxygen. It's going to give us decent gravity. Decent gravity. And we're going to spawn somewhere on kind of like an Earth planet, close to a moon. So our first goal when we get down here, and let's go ahead and get this respawn started. First goal is to get situated, get orientated. Hopefully we find something useful right off the gate. Oh wow, guys, check this game out. Look at this. It's beautiful. Okay. Looks like we're gonna drop right down into a valley or something. Oh, parachutes deployed. That's good. All right. Let's get landed here. I do know we need to find ice. First and foremost, we'll probably need ice sooner than later. Wow. Alright. So, let's jump out of this guy. Alright. See what we got going on here. Well, actually, let me show you around the ship. This is going to be our temporary home until we get everything built up. What we're looking at currently is a battery. It's losing its charge as we speak because that's what happens. This is our survival kit. I had to access the inventory on that. We'll be putting stone in here that'll convert into different things. This also does production, so we'll be able to produce ingots and then produce the basics of basic materials to get us started here. On this side is where we have our O2 and H2 generator. Oxygen, if we're not on an Earth-like planet, is going to be a big deal for us. We're going to have a lot of ice to make oxygen. And hydrogen is how we're going to get around with our thruster packs. Speaking of, J opens our helmet up. We don't need our helmet closed on this planet. We have an oxygen-rich environment. As you can see, X is our thrusters. Q and E will rotate. A, D, W, A, W, S, front, back, left, and right as normal. And we're just going to C to go down. And we'll turn the jetpack off. If you're in the air and you press X, that turns off your dampeners. I suggest being super careful. I have died numerous times by accidentally going too fast. Alright, so your O2 generator here, open that guy up. It's going to take ice. Whoop, there we go. Open that guy up. It's going to take ice and it's going to turn it into hydrogen and oxygen bottles. We're going to take one of those because we're going to need that later. First things first, we're going to come back into here. Just going to press K. We're going to go into the blocks. We're going to pick the ore detector because we turned that mod on earlier. We're going to turn this range up a little bit. And we're going to turn the antenna. We're going to turn that up a little bit in case we want to explore a little further than the ship would normally broadcast. And what's going to happen is we're going to start picking up any ores that are around us. They're going to show up from the ore detector like such. So we got ice that way, magnesium that way, silicon that way. What do we got over here? We got some nickel, cobalt. Nice. all of what we're going to need super early on. Silver, wonderful. Gold, yeah. Looks like we're in a decent spot. We're not too far out from anything, but first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're just going to come right over here. Yeah, let's get a little bit of an aerial view of where we're at. If we might want to stay here or not. Looks like other planets are that way. Let's see. Snow caps that way. Doesn't look like the worst spot to start a base in a little mining facility. Maybe if we find a lake or something, we can move a little further down the road later on. But for now, we're just going to get started right over here. What we're going to do is we're just going to start mining close by our respawn ship. Reason being, we're needing lots of material to start our build out. What we're going to do, we're going to just start out here. We're going to start drilling by left click. And as we left click, we're going to hold down F to pick up the material it drops. And I would suggest going down at an angle here. If you go down too steep, you are going to get yourself into a world of trouble when you run out of hydrogen and you can't come back up. So it's going to take quite a bit of stone to make any good material, and we can hold quite a bit because we increased. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break down past this a little bit. We're going to do that by holding right click on the mouse. That's going to take us a little bit more into the terrain manipulation of the tool versus us picking up material. Now that we're like this material is going to give us a little bit more stone. So we're going to go ahead and turn our light on by pressing L. We're going to start the dig, hold down F, pick up as much stone as we can, and we're just going to do a little rotating motion as we walk forward. And that's going to basically give us a good little mine out in front of us that we can just continue to walk down and back out of. All right, we're just going to pick up all this stone, and we don't have to spam F on this. We can just hold F down and look around as we pick the stone up. As you can see, it's just going to pick it all up for us, and we're just holding down the F key here. And the bar just above the middle of the screen there is our inventory bar. As you can see, it's starting to turn red, which means we're starting to get filled up. We're just going to continue to grab a little more here. Inventory full. Alright guys, we're just going to run back out here, walk over to this guy, drop all that stone in there, tell it to get to producing some ingots. And guys, if you hold down control, you add 10. Hold down shift, it adds 100. If you hold down shift and control, it adds 1,000 to whatever you're trying to do in those menus there. So little tidbit. Alright, we're just going to come in here and we're going to grab all this stone. People are going to be like, why aren't you breaking down your ship? It's because I want to use that ship later. I'm not the best builder. I need some design ideas, and that ship's going to be a good one for me. We're just going to do this a little bit more. And guys, I'll probably fast through all this for you, or either jump over these scenes when we start to mine, and until we start to get into some good builds, just so you guys don't have to see repetitive mining over and over and over and over again. That's kind of the idea. We're trying to break away from that. We're almost full again. I think we can get a little bit more. Inventory full. Just gonna run out. Go ahead and get over here. Toss some more stone in there. Run down. Grab all of this. And we're going to get all kinds of messages from time to time. Sometimes I'll just turn off the HUD like that, just so that you guys get a good clean screen while we're doing some things. Other times I'm going to have it on because I don't know the buttons. So the menu that's in the center of the screen down here, that is a really handy menu. That is where we'll be able to put blocks, and that is our build menu. If you notice down in inventory full, if you notice down in the bottom of that, there's a, just put it in from right here. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. All right, if you notice down at the bottom there, so there's a 1 through 9. What that is, if you hold Control and click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, that changes your build menu. You have 9 build menus with 9 blocks it can hold each. The first menu can be changed. The middle menu can be changed. They all can be customized. What we're actually going to go ahead and do is we're going to come in here. I'm going to show you. This will be a good time to show you the progression system. So go to Control 2 here. We're going to open up. We're going to hit G, and I'm going to click on progression here. So this is going to show you that I have to unlock certain blocks by building certain blocks. So like in order to build any of these blocks underneath here, I have to be able to build certain things. Until I build some of these blocks, all the other stuff here is locked behind this progression system. Beautiful add to the game. Beautiful add to the game. It makes the survival grind a little bit more worthwhile. It's really nice, and they did it well. This is what we currently have access to build. I'll go through those here in just a moment. To add, we're just going to simply go down. Say we want to add an O2 generator. We'll double click it. That'll put it on number 1. Next one we'll add in gravel sifter. Double click it. It puts it on 2. Or if we want to, we can come in and we can actually pick and choose what we do. We can come in and we can take refiner and we can drop that down and we can put that in the place of 1. And then we can change the O2 generator and move it over here to 9. So we're fully capable of kind of picking and choosing how we want things to be. It's fully up to us. There is absolutely no limitations to how we build out our menus. Guys, that's a beautiful thing because it is not every day that you see game creators that know how to build a game with such ease of use and have everything that you actually want to enjoy using. It's just a beautiful thing when it happens. So we're just going to go back to mining here. We're going to grab some of this stuff up. And this game is an amazing, beautiful game. And guys, just stick with me here until we get into space. You'll be able to see some of the other planets that we can travel to. It's truly it's an amazing experience, and they've done a very good job putting it together. And I'm really excited to share this game with you guys. It has captured my imagination, and honestly, it's hard to say games can do that these days. I mean, it has captured the imagination. Let me just say that. You guys are going to be in for a treat with this one. I think if you're a geek, a nerd, just a fun gamer, if you like Minecraft, if you like to build, this game's for you. And guys, it's getting ready to be released on Xbox. That's right. It's going to be released on Xbox as well. So no longer is it going to be just for us PC guys to be able to experience and enjoy. Xbox players are going to be able to play this game and enjoy it as well. I know I have inventory full. I know I have I've already shared this with my son. He is an Xbox extraordinaire player for Minecraft. He builds all kinds of massive things, and when I showed him this, I hope it enticed him enough to be able to pick it up. It's a great game. So we're just going to go through and grab this inventory here. Once we get all this picked up, we're going to be in a better spot. We're going to start making some blocks. Oh, a couple more here. Alright. We'll grind out a little bit more of this rock. Primary goal in this episode, guys, is to start getting us a temporary base set up. Primary goal. We got to get our survival kits moved around, get us a primary place of residence in our temporary situation so that we can start looking around. Inventory full. So that we can start looking around and try to get our hands on a lot more clean, more refined materials so that we can produce a lot more of the higher tier items, which will get us off this planet faster, which will get us into space, which is going to allow you guys to experience what it's like to travel from this planet over to another. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to queue up 500 of those, 400 of those, 200 of those, 200 of those, 200 of those. I think that's all we need for now. Alright, so what we just queued up, guys, let me explain this to you. Oh, okay, wonderful. What we just queued up is we've queued up steel plates. They're needed for building blocks. We've queued up interior plates here. They're needed for building other items such as interior blocks, motors, which you'll see why they're needed in a few moments, construction components. Those construction components right there, those guys are going to be needed in several different blocks that we build, and computers, which are also going to be needed in several different blocks that we build. Oh, can't forget, we're going to throw in 50 displays because we are going to need those as well. So we're just going to go ahead and go back into the inventory. You may be tempted to try to grab from here. You can't grab from here. This is just to show you what you have. You got to go back to the inventory and pull this guy out of here. Well, while we're down here, we've been running quite a bit. We're just going to walk over to the side here. This little section, we're going to hold F. This is going to recharge us. What we have to do is we have to keep our suit charged so that our tools will work and so that our life support systems will work. Given that, if you look in the lower left-hand corner, we'll have our health, we'll have our O2 levels, we'll have our energy level, and we'll have our hydrogen level. And as you can see, we currently are filled up on all of that, and we have an unknown signal. So we're going to run out and see what that is, because that's fairly close to us. And we need to build those, let those parts build out a little bit. So let's come over here and grab this. This will help us out. Even got a nice little parachute coming down with it. Alright, wonderful. So let's get down here and see what we got in this guy. We'll just get it stopped here. Looks like it pushed me out of the way, so grab its inventory. Some credits, nice. Interior plates, not bad. Alright, I think the button for this guy is going to be on the bottom. Nope, there it is. So the button is going to give us special things. So try your luck, get new special items. Let's see, did we get anything? We got some rainbow gloves. Wonderful. We'll be able to put those on later on once we get a medical room built. And what we're going to do now is just kind of come in here and we're going to help this guy stop moving around so much. Breaking these components down is going to give us what the components are made of, as long as we don't damage them during the tear down. But because we're on a hill, we're probably going to lose some of this. We're going to try to get as much as possible. But I don't want to get caught up in chasing it all. And we'll just grind out a little bit more of this before we run back up. All right. All right, let's see. Not bad. We got a couple displays, some construction components, small tubes, some motors, computers, credits. Because they do have an economy in this game that has just been recently added. What we're going to do is jump back over here now. Once we get back over, we'll start our build. Try to get this stuff done before it gets dark and cold. Wonderful, wonderful. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we started to use our hydrogen bottle. We're going to get that filled back up, bring that back in. I'm going to walk over to this side. We're going to grab this guy up. I'm going to take these plates. And then we are going to come right over. And that's our hole that we were digging in. So we're going to go ice and magnesium. Magnesium's this way. Let's see, where's the ice? The ice is right over here. Not in the flattest of places to build. So we're going to build down here for now. And we'll be able to bring that stuff back down. So we're going to just press forward, pull out our blade. Once we get our blocks out here, we're going to be able to adjust those by using the page up, delete, end and home keys. You can see that in the right. Now, if you got any questions, just go back, click it again if you think you got it off, and then you can start your build. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to bring it down to about right here, line it up a little better, and just start to build out. We don't have to worry about coming up off the ground. That's perfectly fine. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually probably build multi-story anyway. Let's see, we want to make sure we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want one more. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. What we're doing is we're going to build a section to lay in actual refiners, cargo containers, assemblers, and what that's going to do is that's going to give us the ability to build more high-tech equipment. The more high-tech equipment we can build, the better off we'll build. We're going to start out with an 8x8 block. Why? Because it's an 8x8 block. It just worked out for us. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to come out here. Platform, platform, platform. And here we're going to build up. Keep an eye on our hydrogen so we don't fall to our deaths. That would be bad. And we're going to start out with some wind turbines in a couple of key locations. Alright, we're not going to have everything to be able to weld these up, but we're going to try to get some of it going. Now you see why we got the motors and the interior plates. So let's get down. We're going to run over here and grab these guys out of queue. What did it make us? Some more interior plates I think we're good on. Maybe some computers. Let's go see where we're at with this. Be nice to get 2 of these up and running right away. Construction components. Construction components. We're going to need girders, construction components. Okay, no worries. Let's get landed over here. Let's grab what we need. Put these guys back. Grab those. Put this guy back. Come over here. We're going to have to dig some more dirt, guys. I'm apologizing for this in advance. Let's hope that's enough, guys, to get some of the power. Whoa, where am I going? Let's hope that's enough to get some of the power going over here. We just need to try to get 2 of these guys up and running for the basic stuff. That's 1. I'd like to get all 4 of them up and running, but I don't see how that's going to be possible. We will see how we end up. Let's get to building and see where we land. Yep. So we're going to need a couple more girders, which means I'm back in the hole, guys, just for a moment. We'll make it quick, and we'll speed through this, guys. Inventory full. Okay. Got turned around in my own hole. I'm sure that happens to you guys often. You get turned around in your own hole there. I'm going to take these guys. We're run the wrong way again. Let's get these other 2 guys up and running right fast. Alright, wonderful. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Remember, tune in next week to see where we end up. Leave your tips and tricks in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe to join our tribe.